Hello and welcome again to another C++ instruction video. And today we're going to be looking at the strand function, which I know sounds just like the rand function, but this one is actually a little different. It's still a random number generator, but we're using seeding along with it. And so the program I'm about to show you guys demonstrates the function strand. And just to give a little bit more insight into what strand is, uh, strand is a program that uses a data type unassigned int as an integer, and it represents at least 2 bytes, typically 4 bytes on a 64-bit system, and it can be as much as 8 bytes on an 84-bit system. An int can have a positive and negative values. A variable typed unassigned int is also stored with at least 2 bytes of memory. A 4-byte int is a unassigned int can only have non-negative values in the range of 0 to 4 million. Function strands takes an unassigned integer value as an argument. The function prototype for strand value header is of course the cstdlib. And so I already have the headers included up here and have namespace, and we already have our main function. So now what we're going to do is we're going to once again be creating a randomized dice roller, but instead the user would be able to pick a seed, and depending on the seed number that they choose will actually determine what numbers the dice will roll. And so this time we're just going to roll the dice 10 times, so nothing crazy like last time. So of course we have to create our unassigned int. We're going to call it seed and just set it to 0. And then that's going to be the value that is stored up from the user's input. And now we actually need to give seed a function. And so I'm going to put cout, tell the user to enter, oh, enter seed value. And then we're going to end it there. And then we're going to use cin. And then once they put in the seed value, we're going to store the seed. And here's where srand comes in. And now we're going to give it a value, or give it something, assign it to something. So we're going to assign it to seed. And then that will now seed the random number generator. And so now we must create the other random number generator. Of course, we start with our for loop. And this time is just for the unsigned int. You can call it counter equals 1. And then of course the counter can be less than or equal to 10. This is making sure that the dice is only rolled 10 times, no more, no less. And then we must create the dice, so we have to put cout. Oh, did that wrong. There we go. The number 10. Now, here he is, random number generator. Just threw the number 6 again, still using the 6-sided die. And then once we're done with that, we have to say if a number is divisible by 5, we create a new line of input. And that's how we're going to get our 10 values, 10 different values. So we're just going to say if the counter is equal to 5, if the counter number 5 in there. And then once we're done with that, we just display the end. So I just put Cout in line. That's the end of our for loop and the end of our main function. Alright, and now let's see if this function. And so we see here, program is working. It's asking us to enter a seed value. So I'm just going to enter the seed 67. Oh, that's because I'm using my, not using the numbers I was using. I need to put my mouse over here. There we go. And so we get the numbers 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, 3, 6, 1, 4, 2. And all right. And now if we run it again, and I just put in another random integer like 123, now we get the numbers 2, 6, 6, 1, 4, 2, 2, 1, 3, 4. But just to prove that it is seeding these numbers, and that is just not pulling random numbers, we'll yet again use the seed 67, and boom, it pulls up the exact same numbers from earlier: 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, 3, 6, 1, 4, 2. And so that's how you can seed random numbers. And so every number from like 1 to like 400 million is like a pretty big number now is seeded. And so anytime you enter a seed value, you can get a specific set of 10 dice rolls. And so yeah, that's a further in-depth into like the functions with the random number generator, RAND, and with seeding. And so I hope you guys were able to learn from that, from this example of how SRAND is run. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.